unfortunately or fortunately, tragic or significant events generally drive what we do, and it's no different with cyanobacteria. They've been around 3 billion years. I've been studying them 40 years. We knew most of the toxins. The toxins haven't changed. What has changed is the whole milieu of systems that focus on selecting for cyanobacteria, and that's why we have the blooms. So I frankly consider at this point the blooms to be more of a issue than the toxins, but toxins help drive the bloom issue. So that's where we're at. This is Lake Tai, or Taiwu in China. China's third largest lake. Scale on this is about 50 to 60 miles across. This is a satellite photo. As you can see, the entire lake is just one big bloom. In this particular case, it's microcystis. These are some of the close-ups. In other words, this is what the lake looks like. It was a water supply for 3 million people. It was also a sewage dump for 3 million people. I was at this lake. I had a China project in the 1980s. And as late as then, this lake was eutrophic, but not producing these blooms. In those 20 to 25 years, it has completely turned over to hypertrophy, which is the excess eutrophy, and grows almost entirely only microcystis. All the other algae are out, all the fish out, completely depresses. Oh, could you talk to the food web? Okay, so this workshop is running at 4 locations. As I said 2 days ago, I was at Santa Cruz. Today I'm here. Monday I'll be up at Davis and then over at Humboldt. So what I'd like to do right now, of course, we're just throwing up some intro stuff. And then at 9 o'clock, I'd like to kind of discuss history and biology of harmful algae. And then 10 o'clock, start the actual, what do you do? Sampling, handling, storage. And then I'm going to do some taxonomy, and this is really taxonomy of harmful algae in general, including cyanobacteria, because I've got a separate introduction to the taxonomy that I want you to learn this afternoon. Then we'll break for lunch, and then Beverly will kind of talk a bit about swamp, and then we'll have how do you do cell filament counting. I always ask this question at Santa Cruz, and no one raised their hands, but so physically, how many people here expect to be looking, counting, enumerating the cyanobacteria for whatever you're monitoring? So this is way, pardon?
Depends how hard it is.
Oh, it's easy. You only need 40 years of experience. No, just kidding. Maybe that's why nobody raised their hands there. A lot more people raise their hands. And then I'm going to show you exactly what we want to look at and how we do dichotomous keys to identify some of those key species and the taxonomy changes that have taken place. I did want to point out first, though, that California, while slipping behind most states in terms of what they've got up for people to use, does have some websites. The CDC had a 12-state program that just finished last year for 5 years, and those states, Oregon is one, which is where I'm currently at. As a consequence, they were able to establish a fairly significant foundation for monitoring and posting and informational things up on websites and their procedures. And so I'm going to allude to their procedures as we go through the day. But California has some. You can see here at the Department of Public Health, there is a Sinohab website, and the State Water Resource Control Board has a website. And of course, historically, California would have been more concerned about the marine habs, the red tides, than they were about freshwater. And I know that the Water Board is going to have an even better website. Is that what you want to say?
I just want to point out, I handed out a little half sheet of paper that has the updated website. That Living Algae website is no longer functional as a
okay.
ago. So the updated websites and lists are on that half sheet.
Okay. Yeah, so bigger and better things are coming. And then, but some of the publications that are out there currently, you've got a certain action level recommendations for the cyanotoxins, which are the toxins of cyanobacteria, and that's 2012. And then there's voluntary guidance for the harmful algae monitoring public notification, and I suspect these are the kinds of things that are going to be significantly updated and changed. But that's what's available on this site through the water boards at present. Okay? So I just wanted to throw that out at the beginning so that people knew what was available.